Hi, everybody. It's Wendy from Ask the Landlady, and I'm here with all the tips and tricks to help you make a profit in real estate rentals. We've talked in the past about trying to increase your income, right? Make sure you monitor that rent and try to get that up and consider some add-ons, maybe provide some upgrades to get some more revenue in. All those types of things are important. Getting better tenants. But sometimes you want to look at, well, sometimes all the time, in addition to monitoring your income, you need to be looking at those expenses, because if you're being squeezed or you're seeing your profit diminish, it may be simply that your expenses have gotten a little crept out of control, especially if you feel like your rents are where they need to be. You need to take a look at that other side of things, which is that the side that we hate is that money going out. So first of all, regularly monitor your utility costs, right? Sometimes in different areas of the country, you can go with different suppliers. So you want to make sure that you want to see if those things are creeping up. Look at your internet provider, right? If even for the internet that you do to provide for your business, or any of the electric accounts you have, see where there's some issues where maybe they're going up. You also might see some excessive usage. Maybe the water bill is like tripled, and the same family's there, but they're allowing the whole neighborhood to come in and do laundry, or they're letting neighbors come in and pay them to do laundry. I've had all this happen, right? So you want to monitor those utility costs that you are paying for, to see if there's anything that's out of the ordinary. What we actually do every month is have a spreadsheet for every property, put the electric bill, put the gas bill, and that way we can see if there's any outliers. Like, if they're shooting up a regular 33%, great. But if we have a huge spike, then we know we got to go look at that. Maybe there's a water leak or there's some other issue going on. So monitor those utilities. Second of all, check with your regular contractor. Sometimes those costs will creep up before you even know it, and your HVAC guy is like outpacing what everybody else in the market is. So that's a chance for you to call around and see some other costs and go back to them and say, look, you're charging $100 an hour and everybody else is only charging $70 an hour. What's the deal here? And you can have that frank conversation. Maybe if you're being loyal to them, maybe they'll come back down to where they were before, or maybe it's time for you to move on and find somebody else. You don't want those things to creep up higher than what they should be doing there. And as always, inspect your properties, look for water leaks, look for issues, look for cost savings. Maybe you have some exterior lighting you could change to some LED bulbs. You can do some things that will help get those expenses down. And lastly, this is probably maybe some of your biggest expenses, is checking out your mortgage, taxes, insurance. I'm monitoring my insurance all the time, and it just keeps going up, and there's just nothing you do about it. But I keep calling everybody, and then I push them a little, like get the deductibles up. What will my bank require? What will my bank not require? If I'm got it paid off, I can self-insure. You want to look at all those aspects. Mortgages, even when the mortgage rates started going up with the federal rate there for a while with the variables, I had some great relationships with my banks, and I went and sat with them, and they were trying to put them up at 9%. And I'm like, well, I've been here forever, and and I'm going to go look around and maybe look at private lending. And then they came down to 6.5. Great. You want to develop those relationships. And you know what? It doesn't hurt to ask. It never hurts to go in and talk to people and say, this is getting crazy. What can we do here? How can you help me? Please help me. That's how I've worked with my insurance guy, my bank people, everybody else, is just have those frank conversations, because you never know where you can, things start to get out of hand. And unless we all go in and question them and try to rein them in, the market will bear what it can bear. So if you're willing to pay it, they're going to keep charging it to you. If you're not willing to pay it, have that frank conversation and try to get those expenses reined in. So that's my recommendation. Again, it's never easy to be a landlady, and especially now with the economy the way it's been going, and we're all in this together. So shoot me a comment. I'd love to hear where you have found some cost savings with expenses, because they are getting crazy. And shoot it down there, hit subscribe, and please check out my website, askthelandlady.com. Have a great day.